family is moving forward after a house fire completely destroyed their garage.
Well, that kind of scenario is scary. It's not as frightening as the thought of losing a loved one.
Local News 8's Chris Nestman live on St. Clair Street. That's where that big fire happened in the garage. And Chris, we could see the damage behind you and in the video, but it could have been a lot worse, right?
It really could have, Jane, Carol. In fact, one reason why it wasn't is because a lot of people that I talked to last night when I was here was because they had an emergency action plan. That means they were prepared for situations like this one.
It's a great thing to sit down with your neighbors and say, hey, if something happens, this is what we want to do.
Dan Beck is one of the homeowners who lives just across the street from the one house that caught fire last night. While his house was safe, other homes weren't, and those families had to enact their own safety plans similar to Beck's.
We have a list of neighbors that you go to, so the first one's right across the street.
Having a safety plan is key. Officials say this is because modern homes burn faster than older ones, so even the young kids need to know what to do.
They need to have a place outside of the home to meet, and that way they can account for everybody in their family. And they also need to have secondary ways out of the house.
That means teaching your kids to know when they should use the front door and when they should try another way out, like a window. That can be tough if your bedroom is on the second story. Radford recommends buying a fold-away emergency ladder. We found some on Amazon for just over $30. Radford also says once you develop and teach your kids a plan, the next step is to practice it.
They need to practice. They need to develop an escape plan, and then they need to do a fire drill, just like they do at the schools.
Now, while your kids are practicing, say, going outside the window, even if it's on the first floor, a simple way to do it is to put a pillow down. That kind of takes away a bit of the intimidation and gives them a little bit of cushion when they fall. Reporting live in Idaho Falls, I'm Chris Nestman.
Thanks, Chris. Great advice. And if you're thinking about creating or updating your own fire safety plan, we have a link on our website to the American Red Cross page. It gives a lot of tips and advice. Just head to our website, localnews8.com.
I think it's safe.